We've got Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes looking at this. Now, we weren't necessarily surprised that Governor Cooper would veto this. What I think some people were wondering is, with the supermajority, are there enough Republicans on board to override the veto? That's kind of where we are, right?
I think we get to this point by only having those Republicans on board. And so you don't pitch something up like this if you don't know you have the votes. And so if you're in that room and you're recognizing that the governor has the rubber stamp to reject or accept whatever you're putting up there, and you're saying, well, why would I waste my time pushing this through committee, allowing this to make it all the way up to going to the governor unless you got the votes? So they have the votes, and they recognize that time is short, that if we don't get this done now, it will not get done. And so, as you mentioned in the open, there are a number of things: power grabs, positioning moves, money going to other locations. And if you're doing all of that and you want to have it done before the numbers flip, I should say, where you don't have the supermajority, you better get it done fast. And so, to your question, I'm sure that this was formality only, that the governor's veto will only last a moment, because when they reconvene, they will be getting rid of this quickly.
But they're going to have to reconvene before they normally would, because they have to do it before the start of the new year, when obviously they lose that supermajority there. So you're saying they probably had this conversation like saying, hey, we know that Governor Cooper is going to veto this. Everybody be ready to get called back to Raleigh.
One of my favorite sayings, checkers, not chess, right?
Yeah.
Chess, not checkers. Let me say that. So that's what they're playing. If you're ensuring that you put yourself in a situation to succeed, you've already made those calls. You've made the rounds. You've made sure that your team is ready. And so, and if you got some things in there that you want to ensure they get passed, you better say, look, you got to get up here to Raleigh to make sure this gets done. If not, it won't happen. But there are some good things within here. Even whatever side of the ball that you're on for the school choice thing, there are dollars going to education. They may not be going to public schools right now, but they're going to someone that's in the education system getting additional dollars. Like I said the other day, almost four times the amount that they're going to hurricane relief. And so there are dollars that are trickling down to the individuals that need them in some capacity. That is a good thing, ensuring that these folks go ahead and make sure that our budget is allocated appropriately, because they are the holders of the purse. If they don't allocate the funds where they're supposed to go, that money will just be sitting there, and then we'll have problems for sure. So they have a responsibility to get this done.
We like to play the what if game with Khalif. So what if there's not a full supermajority agreement and they vote to override, right? The bill then goes, it's like purgatory. It sits in purgatory. They're going to have to make adjustments to get it passed. What adjustments do you think they might make in order to get it?
I think for sure you're talking about the appointments of boards. I mean, that would be a major adjustment, because you're taking away power from the governor that has been there, throughout our time as our state. And so that is I think is a deal breaker for Democrats. The school choice one is also a deal breaker for Democrats. This would need a complete overhaul if the supermajority doesn't override the governor's veto. Complete overhaul. The only thing that I could say that would stay, and that one even will probably be overhauled, is the hurricane relief, because you could divert probably double to triple the money. These folks are just getting fresh water. They're just still trying to figure out what getting through that storm looked like, and they got snow coming their way. You're talking about folks that need that money more than anything else. And so if I could point to one place that both sides could talk about change, where you could get bipartisan agreement, it would be hurricane relief, and ensuring that those folks get what they need beyond just the holidays, which are around the corner.